Is Airdrie about to cool down, or is 2026 setting up the biggest opportunity we've ever seen in years? Today, we're diving into something important. The Airdrie, Alberta housing market is entering a new phase in 2026. And if you are thinking about buying, selling, investing, or even just watching from the sidelines, you need to understand what is happening right now and where this market is heading. Comment below, tell me which city you're watching from today. I always like to know where my viewers are tuning in from, especially when they're thinking about real estate trends that affect different communities in different ways. Over the past few years, Airdrie has experienced strong growth. We saw fast price increases, limited inventory, and competitive conditions where buyers often had to move quickly. But 2026 is shaping up differently. This is not about panic, it is not about a crash, it is about transition. And in real estate, transition periods create opportunities for those who understand them. So let's start with what the numbers have been showing. Inventory levels in Airdrie have been gradually increasing, and months of supply are now sitting in that 3 to 4 month range. That signals a transition, more balanced market. When supply rises, the demand stabilizes, the market naturally moves away from extreme seller conditions and toward balance in a balanced market. Buyers have more choice, they can compare properties carefully, and they can negotiate while sellers can still achieve solid results with the right strategy. In early 2026, homes in Airdrie have been selling in the reasonable amount of time, but we are not seeing the same aggressive bidding wars as before. Instead of pricing simply holding across the board, what we're really seeing is softening, stabilization after rapid growth. Some segments, especially detached homes, have seen small pullbacks from their 2024 highs, while other segments like townhomes, apartments have been more resilient. That shift creates different types of opportunities depending on whether you're the first time buyer or a move up buyer or investor. So, what is driving the shift? First, interest rates. We've moved from the ultra low rates of the past through a period much higher borrowing costs into an environment where rates have eased but are still higher than the old cheap money era. Even with recent cuts, payments remain a key factor in affordability. Buyers are more cautious, they look closely at monthly numbers, and they take more time to decide. That naturally slows the pace of the market compared to the frenzy we saw a few years ago. Builders have been active in Airdrie, new communities continue to grow, adding more brand new product to the mix. When those new homes hit the market, they compete directly with resale properties. Buyers now have more options, new builds with warranties and modern layouts, or resale homes that may offer larger lots, established neighborhoods, or better value. This extra choice increases competition for sellers, especially in the detached segment. Third, population growth is still healthy in Alberta, but it's cooled from the surge we saw when many people moved here from other provinces all at once. Airdrie remains attractive because of its proximity to Calgary, its commute field, and its relatively affordability compared to large cities. The intense rush has eased, but the underlying demand drivers are still there. Now here's where the opportunity lies for buyers in 2026. This could be one of the healthiest environments we've seen in years. You are not forced into extreme bidding wars. You can perform inspections. You can negotiate conditions. You can compare neighborhoods and property types carefully. While some detached homes giving back options in townhomes and apartments, different buyers profiles can find a fit that makes sense for both lifestyle as well as budget. For sellers, the opportunity is still there, but the strategy has changed. Overpricing is dangerous in a balanced market. Homes that sit too long create doubt, and buyers start wondering what is wrong. The key is proper pricing from day one, especially now that the buyers are comparing your home not only to other resale but also new builds and the segments that may be priced sharply. When a home enters the market correctly priced and properly marketed, it still attracts attention and can sell quickly. This is where experience matters. In a fast rising market, almost any strategy can work. In a balanced or transitioning market, skills becomes more important. Pricing strategies, market negotiations, and timing all make a difference in your final outcome. Let's talk about what might happen later in 2026. If inventory continues to build that 3 to 4 months supply and interest rates stay near its current levels, we're likely to see more of this softening and stabilizing pattern rather than big swings. That means slower, more sustainable prices movement instead of explosive jumps. If rates move lower again, we could see demand pick up practically in the more affordable segment like townhomes and entry-level detached homes, putting some upward pressure on the parts of that market. So what does that mean for you? If you are a buyer waiting for a crash, that may not be the right mindset. Markets rarely collapse without major economic shocks, but we are seeing in Airdrie looks more like normalization or recalibration than the crisis. A seller waiting for prices to rocket back into previous markets short term, that they may also be unrealistic. The market is maturing. It's a balance, and the balanced markets rewards preparation and strategy for speculation. The most important factor in 2026 will be preparation. Buyers need financing fully arranged before shopping. Sellers need clear pricing strategies before listing. Both sides need realistic expectations about where their segment detached townhome or apartment sits in this softening and stabilizing environment. Airdrie remains one of Alberta's most appealing mid-sized cities. It offers a strong community feel, convenient access to Calgary, growing infrastructure, and expanding amenities. Long-term fundamentals remain solid, but short-term cycles still matter. We went through the acceleration, now we're in the stabilization and recalibration. Every housing market in 2026 is not about fear. It's about understanding where we are in the cycle. It's about recognizing that some prices have pulled back slightly from their peaks, that other segments remain resilient, and that interest rates cuts have shifted the story from pure affordability pain to more cautious, data-driven decision making. It is about seeing opportunity where others see uncertainty. Balanced markets tend to create the best long-term wealth-building opportunities when growth is steady instead of explosive. Risk decreases, decisions become more rational, negotiation become more reasonable, and if you think about making a move this year, focus on timing your life more than timing headlines. Airdrie is evolving. New communities and expanding infrastructure continues to develop. Demand remains healthy, even if it is more measured. The people who understand this transition and who pay attention to segments, simply levels, and financial options will benefit the most. So here's my question for you. Are you watching the headlines? Are you watching the numbers? Are you waiting in fear or preparing with strategy? The Airdrie, Alberta housing market is not collapsing, it is recalibrating, softening and stabilizing after rapid growth, and the recalibration creates clarity. If you want to navigate these challenging markets with confidence, preparation is everything. Study the data, understand the neighborhoods, watch inventories and months of supply. Look at all detached townhomes, apartment segments are each behaving, and make your move based on facts, not emotion. 2026 won't reward guesswork. It'll reward preparation, strategy, smart timing. The market is changing, and those who understand the shift will make the best moves. 2026 will likely be remembered as the year Airdrie shifted from rapid expansion to strategic balanced growth. Those who adapt will thrive. Those who hesitate without understanding may miss opportunities. Let me know your thoughts below. What are you seeing in your neighborhood? Are you thinking about buying or selling this year? Leave a comment so we can keep this conversation going, and thanks for watching.